Hey guys, it's Shadowarty, bringing you here another Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be a Little Cup match against Fudgy 300 from the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. His link will be in the description below, so go check him out. And if you're unfamiliar with the Little Cup tier, basically it's the weakest Pokemon that are in their first form, and they're all level 5, and they battle each other out to see which one is the best out of them all. It basically just gives these little Pokemon a chance to shine because they're not really used at all, so they made a tier for them. Now for the team previews. I'm going to be using a Life Orb Meowth with Fake Out, Bite, Return, and U-Turn. And he's basically going to be my lead Pokemon. My next Pokemon is going to be a Sandshrew. Now my Sandshrew has the most defense on my team, but he is a Swords Dance set, and he has an Evilet. Basically, its moves are Swords Dance, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Night Slash, just to deal with those ghost types. And my next Pokemon is a Gastly, and it is a Hypnosis subset, so I can put them to sleep and then quickly set up a sub. And I'm also carrying Shadow Ball and I believe Sludge Bomb. My next Pokemon is a Choice Scarf Chinchou. Now, a Choice Scarf Chinchou is actually the fastest Pokemon. With the Choice Scarf, gives it the fastest speed out of any base speed Pokemon in this tier. So, a Choice Scarf Chinchou will be great to use. Plus it has my Chinchou has a Volt Absorb, so I won't be getting hurt with electric attacks. My next Pokemon is Ponyta, not a Life Orb, excuse me, a Leftovers Ponyta with Flame Charge and Wild Charge. And my final Pokemon is a Paris with Spore, Bug Bite, Synthesis, and Bullet Seed, just to deal with those subs. And judging by my opponent, he's using a Bronzer, an Eevee, a Shelder, a Chikorita, an Elekid, and a Torchic. So why don't we get started with the battle? So like I said, I was going to lead off with my Meowth. I didn't really care what he left off with. It didn't really matter to me. So he ends up starting with his Bronzer, and I go for the Fake Out just to deal some damage. I know it wouldn't be a lot, but it did not that much, but whatever. I end up flinching him because that's what Fake Out does. I go for the U-turn, and I get a critical, which is really nice. But it still doesn't do that much. So my Meowth goes back to me, and I go into my Ponyta. Now, I kind of predicted him to go for the Stealth Rock, so I didn't take any damage. Now, this turn, I go for the Will-O-Wisp because I thought he was going to switch out, but I guess not. It was, I guess, an over-prediction, and that allows him to hit me with a Toxic and poison me, which is really unfortunate because I could have used Ponyta for later without being hurt. I could have used Flare Blitz and just taken it out in one turn, but whatever. So his Bronzer will go down, and I'm up 1-0. Ponyta takes some recoil damage, but I get some HP back with leftovers, and then I lose it more HP thanks to poison. He then goes into his Shelder, and I basically go back into my Meowth. He goes for the Shell Smash, which is not good for me at all. It powers up his defense goes down because of Shell Smash, and his attack goes up, and that's not good for me at all. So I go for the Fake Out, and it does a lot of damage, actually. It was I don't know if it was worth it. I end up flinching him, but then I go for the U-turn, but since he used Shell Smash, you're going to end up outspeeding me, and he takes down my Meowth. And since he lost some HP, that tells me he's Life Orb, so it's not looking good for me at all. I go into Paris, not really sure why. Paris is actually really slow. And I didn't even know he had Icicle Sphere, and he ends up he's gonna take me down. He's gonna take me down, even though I heal with an Oranberry. Icicle Spear is just annoying, and it does a lot of damage. So my Paris will go down as well. Really unfortunate there. So next, I believe I go into my Choice Scarf Chinchou. Yes, I do. I go into my Choice Scarf Chinchou, and I go for the Thunderbolt, but he ends up missing with his attack because he outspeeds me because of Shell Smash. And his Rock Blast missed. I get so lucky, and then I go for the Thunderbolt, and that will take down his Shelder, so I don't have to deal with his Shelder anymore. Now, he goes into his Elekid. I'm not sure if this thing is scarfed or banded, so I go into my Sandshrew, and he goes for the Hidden Power Not really sure which one, but it actually turns out to be Hidden Power Grass. A great prediction by him. I actually stay in because I thought maybe I could outspeed his Elekid, but he takes me down with the second Hidden Power, and that pretty much basically tells me that he is Choice Scarf. So I go back into Ponyta, and he can't really go for Hidden Power Grass, so he switches. He has forced to switch out into his Torchic. A great prediction as I go for the Flare Blitz, and it actually hits the Torchic really well, but I still take damage because of recoil and poison. So I go for the Wild Charge, and that will basically take down his Torchic, no problem. His Torchic doesn't do anything in this match, so I barely have any HP, and I'm not. What is he going to what is he going to next? Oh, he goes back into his Elekid. He goes back into Elekid. He goes for the Cross Chop. Now this is really good because since he's scarfed, and he goes for he goes for Cross Chop. It's a fighting move. So then, when he kills my Ponyta, I can then switch into Gastly, and fighting moves don't work on Gastly. So this is good. So I'm basically gonna force him to switch out. So I go into Gastly. I know he's basically going to switch out because he's not going to hit me with a Cross Chop. So I go for the Hypnosis, and I'm going to end up putting his Chikorita to sleep. This is really good. And now even if he switches out, I could still set up a free sub. So I'm going to go for the sub, I believe, this turn. Yes, I set up the free sub. This is really good, and I'll get some HP back because of leftovers, and I go for the Sludge Bomb. He's still asleep, and that's basically going to take down Chikorita in one hit, a super effective, and his Chikorita also does nothing in this match. So this is looking good for me. Gastly might be able to sweep his team. We'll see. He goes back into his Choice Scarf Elekid. He goes for the Ice Punch. He's going to end up breaking my sub, and I went for Hypnosis, I believe, last turn, and I missed. And then he goes for the Ice Punch, and he's almost going to take me down. I end up going for Hypnosis, and his Elekid goes to sleep. I'm going to end up getting HP back. I can't set up a sub because I don't have enough HP, so I'm forced to go for the Shadow Ball this turn. Now, he actually could have predicted that and went into his Eevee, but it could have been too risky, and yeah. And I end up getting a bad break as his Elekid will wake up from Hypnosis, and he will take down my Gastly, and I'm down to my final Pokemon. I go to my final Pokemon, which is Chinchou, and I remember I am Choice Scarf, so I am going to be able to outspeed his Elekid with the Surf, and that will take down his Elekid. Now we're both down to one Pokemon. He goes into his Eevee. Now at the end of this match, he actually told me that his Eevee was Choice Banded. So he goes for the return, and it does a lot of damage, and I just survived that, and I will take him down with the Surf and take down the Choice Scarf Eevee, and that will be the match. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Please like, favorite, subscribe. I really had fun. Send me a PM if you want to battle, and also you can comment down below if you want to request a team. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my future videos. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Shadow Artie signing out. Peace.